Hi, everybody. We're about 1:15 in the afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Eric Snitil. We'll keep this quick, get you back to regularly scheduled programming. We'll want to alert you. New severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for northeast Yates County toward the Benton area right in there. This is the cell in question. Core of potentially damaging wind gusts and maybe even some small hail. Riding right along 14, there's 96A. It is a mess right now in Canandaigua and frankly across a lot of the Finger Lakes in general. All those bright red echoes, obviously very heavy rainfall, but this is where we continue to watch for the threat of damaging wind gusts and perhaps some hail, roughly the size of about quarters. And we have seen that up to this point with some of these storms prior. I'm going to throw the velocity scope on this because we have noted a few areas of weak rotation in there. Looks like we've got one right about here that's going to be just to the east of 21. That'll put you toward the Gorham area by 425, Seneca and Penyan a little bit after 430 to 445. So those are a couple of bigger town names in here that we will continue to have to watch for that threat of damaging wind gusts. If you're watching us now, for example, and have your vehicle parked in the driveway and you've got a garage, just go ahead and get that vehicle in there. We've been talking all day long. Watch this here, this little lip of cloud cover. That is the lake breeze, which can often serve as the catalyst and source for additional thunderstorm development. Within the last 30 minutes, we have now started to watch that blossom. It is pouring rain right now in Ogden toward the south side of Parma as well. We're watching this back building farther off to the east toward the Rochester area as we speak. So that's downtown right there. That is the wall of water of heavy downpours literally knocking on our door, and that will continue to push its way eastward toward Irondequoit. I think folks eventually even into Wayne County will have to watch this. Got Ontario, Walworth, and Williamson as we get closer toward 5 o'clock. The live view right now, how neat is this? This did not exist just 5 minutes ago. What you are looking at this moment is the first time this particular storm is now dumping all of that load of water from the cloud. Now, we had some folks who have been sending us pictures and photos on social media. That is the world that we live in now, how easily accessible this kind of thing is. This shot was taken just about 10 minutes ago from Mike Pacini. This was from I-90 in Batavia, and this is the leading edge of that shelf cloud that we just showed you behind the shot on that 3D image. That's the downdraft with all of the rainfall and very likely where your threat for damaging wind gusts is going to be embedded within that core. So that was an actual look at what this storm is doing. Several other storms have done a number on a number of places. We've had multiple wind damage reports, including one or two in and around the Rochester area. This new storm report coming in from Baycliff Drive, tree down on a parked car. That was about an hour and a half ago at 4:42. We had this photo sent in from Irondequoit. This is from our friend Ben Denisecki. That is a tree. That is the roof of the garage. Tree meet garage. See, that goes right through this little spot right in here. This is what we call a weak couplet. That brighter red showing up right in there is a little bit of twisting and turning of the air in here. It's not overwhelming, folks. I would be standing up here with a much different tone if I was exceptionally confident that we had a significant tornado on the ground here. But what we've got is a storm that is more than capable of putting a tornado down, but we are not quite at that point where everything is just jumping off the page. But if I had to put it somewhere, that to me is highly likely where your possible tornado is right now. If we've got something on the ground, that's about where it's going to be, and it is not that far at all from 390. It looks like that's East River Road there. I'm going to get rid of that little drawing that I showed you here so we can put up some more of these road names. East River Road right about in there. Possible tornado. There's Meadowwood, there's the Gola area, and that is 390. So that tornado is going to be jumping across 390 here at any moment. Honeoye Falls, you need to be in your safe place right now. You have run out of time with this. You've got no more than a minute or two. We're going to cross our fingers that this storm is doing what many do, which is spin a little bit, but it's not spinning enough to put a tornado on the ground. Most storms, that is the way it ends in their life cycle. We don't know whether this is going to follow that path or not, and you don't know that in Honeoye Falls. So you need to be in your basement or your center location right now. This particular shot, this is important for me to see this. It's what we call the mesocyclone. Fancy word for this is the wall cloud, the rotating part of the thunderstorm, the updraft where the air is rising. And if you're going to get a tornado, that's about where it's going to be.